What's going on, folks? This is Steve, and we are here today with Race Day. It is the ASRA All-Star Race today from North Wilkesboro, and we are here live for the beginning of the night at the All-Star Open. 15 drivers plus trying to get into the main feature of the race tonight and trying to vie to get the cash prize tonight and the big All-Star win. I am alongside today Daryl Young. You'll know him from a couple weeks ago at Talladega, the winner back-to-back Talladega races from the back-to-back seasons, man. How's it going today, dude?
Good, man. It's All-Star night. It's exciting. Glad to be up here with you.
Yes, sir. You're already locked in, obviously, from the win from last couple weeks ago into the feature, so we'll see you later on trying to vie for that win today. But right now, we're going to get trackside real quick for qualifying, and this is huge, Daryl, because qualifying right now, a couple of drivers are going to get locked into the race for the All-Star feature. Cannot wait to get that thing going on. The pole sitter during qualifying right now will advance to the feature race, so qualifying is so key. Tim Robb right now on track as well. All kinds of crazy stuff going on right here. The qualifying, pole sitter gets in, but also too, the stage winners. We'll have two stages here today. Stage winner gets in for stage 1 and stage 2, as well as the top 3 of the end of the race. But the first one to lock in will be the pole sitter. But 60 laps, Daryl, around this racetrack. Very, very short, obviously. 5/8 of a mile. Old school track. Marshall Harris right now currently in P11. Andrew Phipps currently on top of the board right here. Roger Pierce going to be coming out on track here with a great looking old school paint scheme. The Navy right there looking great, supporting our troops. Big, big night today. How are your nerves right now, Daryl, getting into this race tonight? How do you feel around this place?
I feel pretty good. I've gotten some practice in, but for right now, I'm just really excited to watch this open. It's going to be pretty aggressive. Like you said, to your point, 60 laps, it's a short race. People are not going to waste a lot of time trying to get up front. Pretty hard to pass as well. But yeah, as you said, Andrew Phipps is on the pole right now. Looks like we only have about 2 drivers to go. So if that holds, it looks like he'll be the pole sitter.
We do. A lot of these guys are definitely looking to get that pole. That can be fast. Roger Pierce for the 3rd spot right there. Not quite going to get there. Andrew Phipps looking very, very fast. Villalobos locking the tires up just a little tiny bit. I'm going to keep it going, though. Very, very good job. And there he is right there. Austin Salyers, your teammate, there he is right there in that new paint scheme today, red and black. Looking pretty good. Marines on the paint scheme.
Yeah, Brantley at Harpoon's done a really good job with this All-Star race. Getting some nice All-Star paint schemes out there. I'm excited to see all of them.
Looking pretty good. I'm sure we'll see a lot of these next week as well, as Nashville will be the beginning of our playoffs. And that'll be also a patriotic race, as Memorial Day obviously is this weekend, and going to be a lot of good times here. But Austin Salyers, so far, 14th on the board. Matthew Pont going to be next in line. In the 1 car, going to try and get around this place. Up to P12. So that right there might be it. These are going to be the last drivers on the surface here. So this is going to be it. If Pont can't do it, Andrew Phipps will advance. That's going to be it right there. So Matthew Pont, P9. Austin Salyers, 14th. So Andrew Phipps is going to be your pole sitter, unless somebody else comes out and tries to sneak it away. But I believe everybody has come down. So that's going to be it, folks. Andrew Phipps will be the first to advance to the main feature in the All-Star race. We'll take a quick break real fast. We'll come back and talk to him before the race gets going. Stick around, folks. Alrighty, folks, welcome back to the All-Star race here. Qualifying is just about done right now. We're still in the qualifying session, but we have a few more drivers still. Actually, no, everyone's all set, Daryl, so we are good to go. Andrew Phipps is going to be your pole sitter. A fantastic job. Let's see if we can get him in here real quick. See if we can take a look at that qualifying lap too. There he is right there. Let's try and bring him in real fast and see if we can talk to him. Here he is. Andrew Phipps, there he is in that number 22, man. How's it going today? So far, half the pole, nobody else to go out on track, so you will be advancing to the All-Star race just like that. How do you feel, man?
That's freaking awesome. I ran a lot of laps there in practice trying to figure out how to run a quick qualifier, but I was working on long run and getting the balance in the field for it. Dude, I'm pumped. That's awesome. I don't have to, sweat it out. So we'll just move right on and out, and I'm excited. This is gonna be great.
Yes, sir, man. Something different, obviously, and gonna be a lot of fun. So good luck in the feature. I'll let you go real quick. Any shout outs to sponsors or whatnot you wanna give a shout out to?
I just want to thank all my Bowie Esports boys, and I want to thank you guys for putting on this broadcast. It's awesome to watch. We love it. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah, man. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
There he is, the winner of the poll today. Pretty cool stuff right there. So, little ways to go. We still have qualifying right now officially underway. This is a 10-minute qualifying session. We do that because sometimes drivers at Daryl, maybe as you know, they like to kind of go out later. Sometimes it could be, shaded, in a few minutes, right? And you want to come out lower, cooler temperatures. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And not only did he get the pole, he was the only one to get into the 7s during qualifying. And I also noticed, Steve, he was also fastest in practice. So he's definitely going to be someone to look out for in the future, for sure. Yeah,
he's very quick. And he came in, strong today in the season. And we've seen him before. Andrew Phipps looking very fast. But, again, so tonight's race, folks, 60 laps. That's it. That's it for the All-Star Open, at least. The feature we'll get to later. But the All-Star Open, 60 laps. There's 2 stages, or 2 stage breaks, really. Lap 20 and lap 40. We're going to cut it into thirds. The stage 1 winner will advance. The stage 2 winner will advance. And then the top 3 at the end of the Open will also advance into the feature. We'll take a short commercial break as we transition into the All-Star feature race. And then we'll go off, and off we go. Be a lot of fun. So Phipps gets to forego that. We're going to get going here in just a bit. Tell you what, this track is going to be a lot of fun to race on. Big field, honestly, for the Open, 16 drivers. Again, only 7 of them advance, right? So pretty cool stuff. While we have the time, folks, in the chat, if you can, we're going to do a popular driver vote. So what I ask of you is put in, out of the drivers you see on the left side of your screen, put in your top 2 favorite drivers to advance into the All-Star feature race. The driver that you vote on that does not advance, either by win or top 3, we'll bring in to the feature as your vote. So put in your votes tonight, folks. Right now, we'll do that vote at the end of the open race, and we'll get it going. I've got a couple people in mind, Daryl, and I'm sure you do too, and we'll see how it goes. But hey, if nobody makes a decision, Daryl, it's going to be you and I. So
we'll make it happen.
Yeah, they don't want us making that decision, but you just never know. First chatter here says the choose car gets to advance. I like that. The choose car actually does get to advance, so it's a fun. I like that actually. That's a very wise answer. Either way, here we go. Starting lineup right now. We're going to bring in. Here we go. Andrew Phipps. He's gone. He's already advanced. So Michael Johnson going to be starting on the outside row in P2. Roger Pierce actually will start in P1 since Andrew Phipps gets to go into the feature. So he'll be moving up a spot right there. The whole inside row will move up 1 spot. Not a bad day for him. For Roger Pierce, Christian Angel. Look at that patriotic paint scheme, man. Looking so good today. Love that. Tim Robb in P5. Watch out for him tonight. He's my sleeper pick. I'm telling you, he's going to win one of these races pretty soon, Daryl. It's coming. Ryan Dunkelberger looking really good right there. Even rocking the old school ASRA banner. Woo. This man's going for brownie points all day. Joseph Mealy, here he is, P7, looking pretty good. Richard Woodruff in P8, looking strong today. Matthew Pont rolling off 9th place. Millerin rolling off in 10th in the 10 car, looking strong. Jamie Graham in that 62. Hosky.io, a great partner of ours in Cardano, repping that, looking as good as they always do in P11. Julio Villalobos in that SWM machine, looking fantastic. James Kaufman getting stronger and stronger this season. Austin Salyers rolling off P14. Marshall Harris, there he is in the 21. P15. Josh Larson rolling off 16th place today. And that'll be it. That's the field, folks. We're going to get this thing underway pretty quick. How do you expect this thing to go, Daryl? 20 laps, and that's it to get to the first stage.
Well, I talked about earlier, Steve. It's gonna be aggressive. People are not gonna want to waste time. Like, winning this first stage, you advance. Winning the second stage, you advance. So people are not gonna wait till the last stage to try to win this race or finish top 3. I expect to see some pretty aggressive racing here from the start. Hopefully some clean racing, but aggressive nonetheless.
I love to hear that for sure. Definitely going to happen for sure. Pace car has the lights off. We're going to go green here right now. 15 drivers trying to get themselves into the All-Star race. They have 20 laps to decide who gets to go into it first. Never mind. Pace car kind of pump fakes me right there. Lights are off, but we're going to go one more time around. It's all good. This is a track right here where, man, staying at front is so key. Tires aren't going to be a factor, Daryl. Fuel not going to be a factor. It just comes down to out-racing your opponents. And that's it. So they're going to be a lot of fun today. Again, lap 20 is the mark. That'll be stage 1. And off we go. Folks, again, keep in mind, put in to the chat your most popular driver vote out of the drivers on the left side of your screen. Here we go. Green flag is for the All-Star Open. A great start so far. Johnson and Roger Pierce going to try and fight for it. The outside lane here works so well. You can really diamond the corner well here. Oh, no. Looks like 26 and Mealy, I believe that is, all get involved here. Oh, no. Huge mess on lap number 2. And that was Dunkelberger, unfortunately, getting around right there out of turn 4. We'll go back real quick and take a look at that. Caution still worked the same, folks, so no worries there. Let's go back real quick and take a little lookaroo. Already kind of happens there, but man, tough right there. Not a lot of huge damage on a couple of those guys, but obviously pretty rough. Short track racing, Daryl. We're going to see it all night long.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting something like this early. Like I said, very aggressive. I didn't expect a caution that soon, but here we are, unfortunately.
Yeah, that right there is loose conditions. We saw Dunkelberger get loose out of turn 4. That can happen, right? And it did right there. Unfortunately, he was in front of a lot of guys, and that can make a mess like that. Luckily, you don't need a lot of aerodynamics to get around this track, so you can have some pretty severe damage, but still get around just fine. So that's going to be the case right now for a lot of these guys. A couple of them on pit road right now, but got to do what you can. Michael Johnson, your leader, as they're scored. And the same rule applies too. I mean, if you have, as the season, right? So, the stage end is lap 20. They'll throw the stage out when the leader crosses the line for lap 20. But if a caution comes out 5 laps prior to that, that will be called and considered the stage end. So really, lap 15 and on, right? You're going to want to be in that number 1 spot to get yourself advanced into the All-Star race. So I'm already seeing a bunch of drivers being mentioned in the chat. We love to see that. Some advocating for themselves. That can happen. Hey, there's no rules, right? Vote for your favorite driver, most popular driver, and you'll see him in the All-Star race. Choose car right now is enabled. And there it is. For those of you who don't know, the choose car is used in this league. Obviously, in the real world, they use a choose paint stripe on the track, but we use a choose car because, well, there's no paint stripe on the track, so they have to get a bit creative, and there it is right there. So big thanks to Brandon Davis for rocking that paint scheme, and a bigger thank you to Harpoon Design for designing that. Always a fun-looking car, and gets the job done, Daryl. Pretty sweet stuff.
That's right, and I do see that out of the 3 cars that had to pit there for damage, only one of them went a lap down. Ryan Dunkelberger. Hopefully, he doesn't have too much damage, and ultimately can try to get his lap back.
There you go. Here we go. Pace car back in, going back green in lap 8. Back at it for the All-Star Open here. Big fight right here. Tim Robb right there as well. On the outside lane. Bunch of guys fighting, middle of the pack. We're going to see desperation, right? Because this is only 60 laps. You have to get to the front. And as we're seeing, ooh, some smoke in the back. They saved it, though. I believe that was Salyers. Oh, no, Roger Pierce goes around. On lap number 10, let's go back and take a look. The front end's a little crimpled up, but not, oh, lordy. Held the brakes down, so respect that, but let's go back and take a look at what happened with Roger Pierce here. Oh man, it happened way earlier in the corner. Roger, here we go. This is turns 3 and 4 here, comes out of it. Still fighting alongside Michael Johnson. Oh! Got kind of sideswiped there, Daryl. Not sure if Roger maybe tried to, like, arc the corner a bit better, or if Michael kind of gave him a little how you doing, but man, tough break for Roger.
Yeah, it looks like coming out of 4, Johnson was up against the wall. Looks like just came off the wall just a little bit. Not sure if he got loose there a little bit. And Roger was just right there, and they just connected, and unfortunately, Roger spun around. But as to your point, it doesn't look like he hopefully got too much damage. Should be able to fix most of that.
Yeah, really not even that bad. I mean, looking at the car right now, the front end's a little banged up, but really not overall. I mean, the back end, okay, so there's some damage. But again, a track like this, really not too bad. He can survive that just fine. As long as the wheel is still straight, he'll be good. Obviously, the track position loss is really the biggest killer right there. But, hey, this is why the race is 60 laps, right? Because we wanted this thing short. That way we get to the end of the race as quick as we can. Just deciding who the winners are. Here we go. We're going to find out pretty quick. The race just started. The chat is still popping off. We love that. Again, if you weren't here a second ago, we're voting for the most popular driver. This is going to be a driver who you vote into the All-Star feature, which is next. So out of the drivers on the left side of your screen, vote for, and ideally give me 2 of them. You know, that way, if your driver already wins, you know, a stage or a top 3, you know, that way we can at least have a backup. So choose car right now, going to be 1 lap to go. Big thanks, by the way, folks, to ASCENT Rivals. That's the sponsor for today's race, as you saw on the thumbnail and on the main logo today. It's a really cool game on Steam that's coming out here shortly, if not already released. And man, if you like the old school Star Wars Episode 1 pod racing, it's basically that, but just, you know, maximized and very, very cool. So go check them out. It's on Steam. I'm definitely checking it out pretty soon once that comes in. But ASCENT Rivals, we'll be talking a lot about that as the race continues, especially into the All-Star race. Here we go. Pace car coming off. Going to be hitting lap 15 here, so if a caution comes out, that's it. But lap 20, we'll throw the caution again for the stage end. But right now, Michael Johnson looking so good. Tim Robb, though, on the outside lane, trying what he can to do. Marshall Harris almost 3 wide there as well, but so far, great racing. Got to be careful. Turn 4 is pretty loose on exit, and there you go. Marshall Harris around. And Tim Kaufman, that's going to be it. Michael Johnson will be the Stage 1 winner. And he will advance to the All-Star race. New paint scheme as well for him. Notice that in the paint scheme channel of their Discord, and very sweet. I'm a sucker for blue and black, and that looks really good. So great job for him there. We're gonna bring him in real quick as we do. Where is Michael Johnson? Here he is. Hey, Michael, man, it's me. It's Steve and Daryl in the booth, man. You got me?
I got you.
Hey, dude, great job right there. Caution came out a little early before the stage, but you are going to be the Stage 1 winner, which means you advance to the All-Star race, man. How's it feel, dude?
Good. Better to be lucky than good sometimes.
It's going to be a crazy race, obviously, as we expect, since, you know, short track racing in North Wilkesboro. But, yeah, man, great job. You get to park it and ship on off to the All-Star race feature. Good job, man. Any shout-outs you want to give us real quick before we let you go?
I just thanks to all the guys at Bowie Sports, all the practice we put in getting ready for this stuff.
Yes, sir, man. Great job again. We'll catch you next later on tonight.
Thank you, sir.
There he is. Gets to walk it off and go into the All-Star feature. Awesome job from Michael Johnson. Definitely deserves it, Daryl. I'll tell you what, this is a guy we talked about before who has the ability to win races, right? Just couldn't quite get it done so far this season yet. I think that win's coming for sure, and man, he's definitely a very good driver. Let's, real quick if we can, try and find out what happened there with Marshall Harris. Take a look here. It's already gone down right there. We'll go back a little further. Oh, yeah. Marshall got loose on the exit of turn 4. Kaufman was right there as well. And that, unfortunately, is going to be it. Maybe for Harris. Kaufman doesn't look as bad damage-wise, but that can happen, Daryl. So you're taking notes, I'm sure, right, on how to drive this track and what are you going on over there?
I'm definitely taking notes. He was in a 3-wide situation. Marshall was in the middle 3 wide. And when you get loose, when you're in the middle 3 wide, there's just nowhere for you to go. If you get loose, you're getting spun by somebody. Whether you get loose high or loose low. Unfortunately, he went low and just got spun around there. But luckily, not a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's tough when you're 3 wide because you have like 7 inches at least in between the drivers behind you and next to you and to the side. So it's super close. And with a gap that big, it's just, you know, you never know what you can do. But either way, got it done. Still in the race. That's all that matters right now. So Tim Robb up at the front. Christian Angel going to be starting off in P2. Tim Robb has control of the restart. So this is it, folks. Stage number 2 will end on lap 40. So 19 laps to go here. Let's see if we get some green flag racing. Here we go. Tim Robb takes the green flag and off we go. Kaufman comes down pit road already. Thought he spun out, but he did not. He is good. And off we go, folks.
Marshall is stopped on the front stretch right now. He's self-spun, it looks like.
Marshall in shambles right now.
He got it back under control. No caution.
Oh, lordy. Woodruff 3 wide. Mealy shoves it 3 wide. What a great move right there. But hey, that's short track racing. And he gets it back. He was involved in an incident earlier. Trying to get to that top 3 spot. And look at this. Josh Larson right there as well, trying to get to the front. These guys, Daryl, I noticed they don't want to rely on the luck, right? They don't want to rely on, oh, you know, I made top 3, yay. No, these are still competitive guys. They want to get themselves to the lead. And Woodruff way off track right here. Gets, I believe, hit by Larson. That's not going to bring out a caution. We'll stay green here. Oh, man, unfortunately for Woodruff, not going to cause a caution to restart this, but luckily still has that stage 2 to come out here momentarily in about 15 laps. Roger Pierce, Joseph Mealy making their way back to the front of the field here.
Roger's doing a great job. Sorry, Steve. Roger's doing a great job. Being involved in that wreck in the first stage, he's already back up to P4, and he's battling for P3 right now. That's a great recovery by Roger. He just needs to keep this up, and he should be fine.
Absolutely, yeah. Right now looking very, very good. A lot of these guys, right? I mean, Tim Robb under fire a little bit by Christian Angel. And these guys want to win the stages, right? They don't want to, like, you know, luck their way into it. They don't want to be popular driver. They want to earn it their way, right? They're still competitive drivers. You know, they're still very good. And right now, this is their chance, right? Get some TV time. Get yourself an interview with us. Not a bad day at all. And Tim Robb, I'm telling you what, he's looking pretty strong right now. He's got a good line. We'll show you. We'll ride on board real quick what he's going through. Here's a good angle clear of the roll bar. You can really see the line he's taking. Marshall Harris in front of him. Going to go a lap down here momentarily if he's caught. That line right there, really defensive line, taking the inside lane. A lot of these guys, Daryl, you'll see them take like a diamond approach, similar to like a Dover. But you can drive this place many, many different ways, and Apollo Motorsports right now is showing up with Tim Robb. Very cool job right there. Christian Angel third. Mealy has maintained that third spot. Pierce, I believe, had more of an issue right there. Not sure what that actually was, but he's fallen down to 8th place right now. Larson up to P7. A lot of guys, Daryl, coming and going.
Yeah, I just went back and looked at it. It looks like Roger got involved in something with Ryan Dunkelberger there. They collided, got a little loose, and Roger unfortunately lost some positions. But if we've seen it already once, he'll make a recovery. We've still got plenty of time here. We've still got a whole another stage to go.
Yes, sir. And right now, I'm noticing Josh Larson is 10th right now. He looks kind of off the pace. I don't think he is. He's a smart driver. I've known Larson here for a long time, and I don't think he's, you know, holding up a little bit. He's not slow. We just saw him in the front of the field a bit. I think he wants to hold the fenders onto it. I think he's going to go for that top 3 at the end of the race, right? He's being smart here. I like that approach for sure. Mealy in 3rd. Dunkelberger in P4 right now after an early incident. Villalobos in P5. Salyers, your teammate. Daryl, P6. Oh boy, Matthew Pont going around in the front stretch. Kept it going, man. Wow. Super good job there for Pont. Miller right here.
We see this field spread out a little bit. So the wrecks that we do see now are just going to be single car incidents, and as long as they can either get it back together or go to the grass or the apron, we're not going to see any cautions the rest of the stage. We only have 2 laps to go.
Exactly, and right now Tim Robb's in a good spot because this is that moment, right, where we're within that 5 laps of the stage. So if a caution comes out right now, Tim Robb is your stage winner, and he'll advance into the All-Star Race feature. But so far, so good by a lot of these guys. It's a hard...
He does have a lot of traffic right in front of him, Steve. Marshall.
Oh, Marshall Harris.
Caution is out.
Oh, but a caution is out. You're right. And Harris goes around once more. That's the trifecta, I think, for Marshall Harris. But either way, most importantly, Tim Robb going to be your stage winner. There he is, going to be advancing to the All-Star feature. I'm telling you, I said it in the grid. He's my sleeper pick. And here he is into the feature. We'll bring him in real quick as we do. Let's see if we can get a quick word from Tim Robb. Here he is.
Should be.
Tim Robb, how's it going, man? It's Steve in the booth. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good now.
Hey, man, you probably already know, but yeah, you have won stage number 2. That means you advance to the All-Star race. How's it feel, man?
It feels good. I was definitely nervous about it. I don't ever like missing out on races, so I put a lot of pressure on myself tonight to make sure I got into the main show.
Yes, sir, dude. Really, really impressive run right there in stage number 2. I said it earlier. Not sure if you heard it. You're my sleeper pick for tonight. I think you've got a strong card today. So, yeah, give us real quick any shout-outs you might have before we let you go to the All-Star feature.
I'll definitely shout out all my Apollo teammates real quick. They helped me get a lot better at these short tracks. These are not what I consider my forte, but I practiced a little bit with Jake Weiss this week, and I think it definitely got me ready for tonight. So shout out to him and the rest of my Apollo teammates.
Hell yeah, man. Great job. We'll catch you later on tonight.
Sounds good. See ya.
Alrighty, there he is. A great job for Tim Robb. He can go ahead and park it right now, and what an awesome, awesome job. So he'll pull in, he'll park the car. That number 57. Hey, a win's a win, right? I mean, this is kind of big, Daryl, because this is, you know, one of those things, in my opinion, right, where, yeah, you know, I get it's not the full field, but a win of some kind is a win, right? Whether it's a pole or a stage win, you know, that could be the confidence Tim Robb needs to get himself, you know, an actual win, right, in a race. So that's pretty big for him. It's great to see.
That is great. So far we've had 2 Bowie Esport drivers make it into the feature, one from getting the pole and one from stage 1, and now an Apollo Motorsports driver in stage 2. So I'm going to be curious to see who represents the winner and the top 3 here at the end. One thing I'm going to pay attention to, Steve, this stage, some drivers did come down pit road and take tires. I know Christian did. He's in P4 on the outside here. This could be a little interesting.
Yes, sir. Right now, folks, keep in mind 20 laps to go in the All-Star race, so the top 3 will advance. I've seen a lot of number 6s in the chat for the All-Star popular race vote. If he advances, we'll need some more drivers to be voted for to get into the feature. So let me know who you have. But here we go. 20 laps to go. Mealy and Pont are the front row. Who will advance? The top 3 will be them. And this is the 20 laps, Daryl, where we're going to see some chaotic moments here. As Dunkelberger spins around, whoop, off we go. Caution flag is out. Dunkelberger tried to get himself into that, just couldn't, unfortunately. And that'll be a caution right there. 18 laps to go. Caution flags do count. So the race does tick off. And again, short track racing, high intensity. That's why we make the All-Star Open so short. Of 60 laps.
Yeah, and we're seeing it. We're seeing how aggressive these drivers want to be. This is the last opportunity to make this feature, and I know all these guys would love to represent their team and just themselves in the race. And it's going to be pretty hectic here. These last, looks like 14 laps we're going to have.
Yes, sir. So just a reminder again, I'm seeing the chat kind of going off right here, the viewer count going up, so I love that. So again, 17 laps to go. The top 3 will advance into the All-Star feature in just a little bit. That'll be tonight still, after the race. But we do need some votes from you. So we need 2 drivers, 2 of your favorite drivers on the left side of your screen who are still in the race. Give me 2 names that you want to see advance into the feature. The driver who doesn't go in via top 3, you will vote in. So again, I'm seeing a lot of Mealies and Grahams, but again, if they advance, then we need some backup answers. I'm seeing a lot
sorry, Steve. Right now, Mealy and Graham are both P1 and P2.
Yeah.
When they come to take the greens, so we are going to need more drivers, and if not, you talked about it. We're going to have to pick ourselves.
Yes, sir. Starting to see some Josh Larsons, Christian Angel. There it is. Austin Salyers. Okay. Seen one for the 10 for Millerin, one for Larson. Okay. Daryl, if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you to count up the tallies as you see them, if that's all right to you.
Yeah, I've been trying, but now they're coming really quick. I'll give it my best shot here, but
I mean, hey,
yeah, it's gonna be tough.
sounds like my college days. But Joseph Mealy right here in the front row, man, against Matthew Pont. Going to be a big 14 laps, actually 13 laps to go here as we end up. Who's going to get in via the top 3? Matthew Pont would be pretty cool because he hasn't had the best of luck this season. He told me kind of getting back into the next gen car, so kind of just trying to get himself into rhythm once again. So him getting into that top 3 is pretty cool. We'll see though, 13 laps, a lot can happen. Here we go. Dunkelberger right there tried a little bit of a trick, I think. Not sure what that was about, but here we go. Mealy still up front. 3 wide here for 5th place. The pressure is on. The top 3 is it. You don't want to rely on the vote for the popular driver because you just never know. Christian Angel getting super wide right here. He's 3 wide in the middle. Roger Pierce storming through as well. 2 Murphy Esport drivers in the front 2. Can all 4 of their drivers make it into the All-Star race? We're going to find out. Matthew Pont with a huge mess right there. Got loose. Christian Angel in P3. Roger Pierce in 4th place. Matthew Pont into the outside wall. Marshall Harris somehow still on track. Up front, though, Joseph Mealy in P1 looking very, very strong. Jimmy Graham as well. We know how strong he can be. Christian Angel in 3rd place. And Roger Pierce 4th. Kind of slowing down a little bit. Austin Salyers. Uh-oh. Loosey-goosey right there. Josh Larson up to P6. Christian Angel, oh no, goes around right here into the grass. That's going to be it for his effort for the top 3. He's going to stop on track. Oh boy, here we go. No yellow. We're staying green, folks. Joseph Mealy is your leader. Roger Pierce gets to P2. Unbelievable recovery here from Roger Pierce. He's going to go for the All-Star Open win. Maybe he's got the car to do it. He has the speed to do it. But can he track down Mealy? Larson up to P4. Fighting Villalobos. Lobos comes up real quick. Loses it just a little bit. And Larson right now, I'm seeing a lot of Larsons in the chat. He might get in through fan vote. So far, so good. We're going to watch this battle.
These top 3 have a nice little breakaway here. If this stays green, there's only going to be 5 to go at the line. They're guaranteed to get into the feature. If I'm these top 3, I'm not going to do anything too sketchy. I know they want to win the race, but as of right now, they will all qualify into this race.
They do, but again, that competitive spirit, right? Roger Pierce wants to win this race. He wants to get a W in the column here. He's going to fight for it here on the outside lane against Joseph Mealy. Can't quite do it. Going to come down low as well. I feel like I'm calling a horse race. Right now, look at this, so tight. 4 laps to go here. Larson trying what he can in P5. Salyers down low. Somebody will have to rely on the fan vote. But Mealy up front. Roger Pierce in P2. Jamie Graham, smooth sailing right here for 3rd spot. Just has to sit there. But what does Roger Pierce do here? Does he go for the win? Got loose right there. Oh, my word. That might be it for him. Wanted to go for the win, but have to keep that bigger picture in mind.
Yeah, 2 to go, Steve. You just said it. The big picture, you make the feature. And that's what these drivers are here to do. I know some of these drivers want to win, but winning in the feature would be great.
That's right. That's the big prize right there. These 2 are still fighting unbelievably, but Joseph Mealy takes the white flag right now for the All-Star Open. If nothing changes, he will advance himself into the All-Star race. Roger Pierce going to try and dive it in. Can't quite do it. That's going to be it. Joseph Mealy will be your winner here for the All-Star Open and will advance into the All-Star race. Roger Pierce as well in that 76 advances on, as well as Jamie Graham into P3. Those top three advance into the All-Star race, folks. Great job. And once we get final word for the most popular driver as voted on by you, we will let you know. No pressure, Darryl, but do we have a final answer yet?
Well, Steve, I'm looking. The chat's been going crazy, which is amazing. The support is great for this fan vote. I'm seeing a lot of Larsons. He did finish P5 outside of that top three. It might be him.
I'm seeing that too. Everyone else's votes looks like they already advanced. We saw a lot of 6, we saw a lot of 62, and they're already advanced. And I believe Larson is going to be our most popular driver vote, as that's really all I'm seeing as far as the majority.
And indeed, it looks like my final count is Larson.
There it is.
So
as Joseph Mealy burns it down. Awesome stuff. So Josh Larson officially will be your fan vote winner today for the All-Star race. He finished 5th, but he will advance himself into the All-Star race. What an awesome job. That'll be huge for him real quick. We'll take a quick break, folks. We'll come back and talk to your top 3 if they're still around, unless they bounce into that feature race. We'll come right back. Stick around, folks.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Welcome in, folks. We're going to talk to our top 3 for the All-Star Open if they're available. Jamie Graham, here we go. What a great job right here. Let's see if we can sneak him in real fast. Here he is, Jamie Graham right now in 3rd spot, advances himself into the All-Star race. Man, how's it feel?
It feels good. It's a little bit of a win, and I mean, as you know, we've been needing that. So to hold serve at 3rd and make it in the All-Star race is a good time. Got a little bit to work on as far as track fundamentals for the actual race. Not exactly comfortable with where we are, but you know, we'll just see where it goes.
Yes, sir, man. Great job again. Give us some shout-outs real quick before you leave.
Yeah, so everybody who's watching in the Husky chat, shout out to Bone Pool, Shep, and everybody in there watching for getting behind this Cardano #Fast62. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it is at JamieD_G. You can also find Bone Pool, Shep, Husky, Cardano, everybody who's affiliated with Murphy Esports and the crypto industry, as it were. You can find us there and join into the post-race chats. We have a good, fun time.
Awesome job, dude. Great job. We'll see you in just a few minutes, man. Good luck.
Yep, see you there.
There he is, P3 for Jamie Graham, advances into the All-Star Race feature. Now we're going to bring in Roger Pierce, who I believe is available as well. Yes, he is. Here he is. Roger Pierce advances into the All-Star race. Man, great recovery run for you. Came back to P2. I know you wanted to get that win right there, but either way, the bigger prize is ahead, man. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. It kind of sucked there with me and Michael. I mean, there's nothing that could have been done about it. They said it was not code, so just short track racing at the end of the day. But just driving through the field. I've worked really hard on my short track racing, so I'm glad it's paid off a little bit. But just out here to have some fun tonight.
Yes, sir. Awesome job again. Give us real quick any shout outs you might have for us, and we'll let you go.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Daryl. Great job up in the booth, buddy. Round of applause.
Thank you, Roger.
Harpoon Design, Driven, all the teammates that did a great job. It sucks for Christian there. I feel for him. Was in that spot last year. Kind of the same deal. So, everyone digs and tries their best, and we'll go out and see what we can do tonight. So, thank y'all.
Yes, sir. Good luck, man. It should be a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, now we're going to bring in Joseph Mealy, the winner today of the All-Star Open. Might not mean a whole lot, but hey, a win is a win for a lot of these guys. We'll bring him in real quick if we can. Here he is. Joseph Mealy, here he is, the winner of today's All-Star Open. Hey, a small victory, but not a bad day today for you. Had to come back from the back a little bit there, but great run today, man. How's it going? How's the car feel?
Oh, man. I'm so excited because something good had to happen to me eventually, and I really wanted that, even though it meant nothing. I'm happy to do that, to get it, and hopefully get things turned around here, because it's been a miserable few weeks.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, I think it all begins tonight, so good luck for tonight, definitely. Give us real quick your shout-outs if you have any, man, and good luck.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, my family who's watching, my teammates, of course, for sticking by me, because I know it's not been easy, yeah, just everybody who's supporting, everybody in the chat who's voting, I appreciate you all very much, and hopefully we can make some magic happen tonight.
Yes, sir, man. Great job again. We'll catch you later on. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There he is, the winner of the All-Star Open. We'll take a quick commercial break in just a second, folks. Kind of a bit of an extended commercial break as we transition into the All-Star race itself. But let's bring in real quick, if we can, Josh Larson, who is the fan vote. Transition real quick. There he is. Let's bring him in. Josh Larson. Hey, man, we go back and hello. And here you are, man. Hey, the man of the people today. You are the fan vote winner today. For the live stream, you get to go into the All-Star race and go at it, man. How's it feel?
Heck yeah, awesome. I missed this race last season, and I was about to miss it again. I am not good here. I heard through the grapevine that you were calling me smart for like hanging back. Yeah, I was full. That's all I had, man.
You were cooked. Gotcha. Okay.
I was cooked. I was on old tires and I was cooked. So I'm happy to be here.
Hey, all good. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right? And today, hey, you're going to be in the show, so you'll have a chance at it, man. And hey, it's cool to see you in there. Have a good job. Good luck there. Give us real quick any shout-outs you might have, any friends, family, sponsors before we let you go.
Well, I like to thank Wheels America, Flim Dog Auto, San Antonio Karting Complex. Without these great partners, who knows where I'll be or what crazy paint scheme I'd be running or something,
Yeah.
I really appreciate these guys, and I know they're all watching and happy to see me out here.
Yes, sir, man. Awesome job. We'll catch you later on, and good luck, man.
Thank you.
There he is. Awesome job. Daryl, I know you got to go. Obviously, you're going to get in the car here in just a second.
I got to run, yep.
Got to run. Hey, all good. Folks, we're going to take a bit of a commercial break. It'll be kind of extended here, bit of an intermission as we transition into the All-Star Race feature race. So give us maybe a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll still play some music and get the vibes, keep them high, right? So, Daryl, good luck tonight, man. Thank you for being in the booth today, and we'll see you at the end.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to run to the concession stand real quick and get some food before this race starts.
Hell yeah, maybe like a 7-inch hot dog. Love those things.
Yeah, like a 7.5 inch or 7.5 ounce bag of chips.
Ooh,
That sounds
okay.
pretty good.
I like that even better.
Yeah, salty. All right, I gotta go. See
All
you,
right, man.
Steve.
Good luck. So, folks, that'll be it. Great job right there. That's the All-Star Open. Keep in mind, we have the entire All-Star race feature still to come. So do not go anywhere. We're going to take a quick intermission. Go and grab some popcorn, maybe an adult Capri Sun, whatever you want to do. We're going to come back in about 2 or 3 minutes. We'll come back for the All-Star feature. Going to be a lot of fun. The best of the best for the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series is coming at you very soon. Stick around, folks. We'll come right back.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
How's it going, folks? We are back here for race day at the ASRA All-Star Race presented by Ascent Rivals. Huge thanks to them for coming on board today and sponsoring today's race. But we're here, we're in North Wilkesboro Speedway, and it is the ASRA All-Star Race. We're about to get this thing going for the feature event of the night. And right now, we're going to get down trackside to qualifying, as this will be setting the grid for tonight's All-Star Race feature. Cannot wait to get this thing amped up. Let's get down here. Roger Pierce, here he is, fresh off the All-Star Open. These guys know how this track is going to feel. Roger Pierce comes out right here. Going to be very, very good, in great shape. So Pierce going to come down fresh from the Open, finished in that second spot, so advances himself into the feature. What a great job right there. Up to P2 right there, Brandon 6. You know him as your Season 5 champion for the ASRA Series. There he is, going to put on a show today. Kenny Reel, that number 11 machine, looking super clean today, man. I love that paint scheme. That's really, really nice. Awesome, awesome job there. Kenny Reel to third place. Brandon 6 up to P1 right now. Having some issues with the tower. Apologize for that. We'll fix that momentarily, but right now, Mealy, your All-Star Race, All-Star Open winner, now on track, trying to qualify himself and getting himself into this race right here. Already obviously in, but trying to get himself as high as he can, because track position here will be so key. Frankie Barroso, 3-time winner so far this season. Trying to get a few more today. Can he win in the All-Star Race? Not normally a short track guy, and this track in particular, he has told me before he's not the biggest fan of, but I think today he could get it done. Look at this, Mealy up to P2. Very fast lap right there for him. Andrew Phipps, again, came from the Open. Knows how to get the job done right there. Won the pole for the Open right here for Andrew Phipps, and right now we're going to be on track doing what he can. Up to P3 right there. Frankie Barroso actually goes to the pole with a 1903. What a great job right there for him. Jackson Anderson going to try and qualify here. Larson as well. The most popular fan vote voted on by you in the chat, so big thanks to them, or you guys, for that vote. Jimmy Graham, here he is right here. as well, trying to get himself as high as he can in this field. And for the most part, everyone has qualified except a few guys. We'll get through it here in just a second. Michael Johnson, here he is. Stage 1 winner from the All-Star Open. Gonna come down and qualify. I've already addressed the tower. I do realize it's a bit funky right now. We'll fix it in just a second. We can't quite do it on the spot, but it will be fixed momentarily. Trust me on this one. I'm a professional, or at least I like to think I am. Michael Johnson up here as well. We want to show you qualifying, obviously. There he is, P7. Looking pretty good. Jimmy Graham as well coming through. Not a bad job. A couple of drivers still going to hold off right here, so we'll take a quick commercial break in between the drivers taking their qualifying laps. We'll come right back, fix some troubleshooting issues, and we'll come right back and finish off qualifying and get to the All-Star Feature race. Welcome back, folks. Look at that. Through the magic of commercial, we get to thank some sponsors and fix our crazy tower. Sometimes technology and streaming software can be pretty rowdy, and obviously tonight that was the case. So all good. We are here right now, and Blaze Crawford going to be coming out here for Flagship Motorsports. Going to try what he can to get a good qualifying effort here tonight. Again, huge thanks to our partners, harpoondesign.com. Man, go and check them out. If you need an iRacing paint for a next-gen car, Xfinity truck, he's your man. Go and do it. Blaze gets loose right there. Oof. Got pretty close. But a P4. Man, what a good effort right there for him. Nice job. Also, big thanks to Admin Box, Hosky.io, and KK Woodscapes. But a big, huge thanks to our partner today for today's race, Ascent Rivals. Right there on Nick Lights' machine, the number 2. Man, go and check this game out. Super cool. It's on Steam right now. I don't believe it's available yet, but definitely soon, if not already. And man, this is like, if you were to ever watch like Star Wars, the Star Wars Episode 1 pod racing, that whole scene, man, it's like that, but just magnified and super cool. I'm going to go check it out. And you definitely should too. Very, very cool game. Cannot wait for it. And we're going to play a lot of that. So Ascent Rivals, big thanks to you. Tim Robb right now on track as well in the number 57. Advance his way through the winning stage 2 of the All-Star Open a moment ago. And Tim Robb, look at this. To the pole for Tim Robb. Matches Frankie Barroso's lap of a 1903, and Tim Robb steals it away by a decimal point. What a fantastic run for Tim Robb, man. Awesome, awesome job. And then look at this, Daryl Young, our commentator friend from a second ago for the Open, now gets to drive here into the All-Star race. Look at this car, man. I just mentioned Harpoon Design, and they are responsible for this paint scheme, and it is just so nice. I'm a little jealous because this thing is extremely nice looking, as you can see. So big thanks to them. Beast Mode Machine, Daryl Young, going to try and get through today. See what he can do for the All-Star race. Just getting to the All-Star race is pretty cool in itself, right? You want to win, obviously, but sometimes it's too difficult. Short track racing is pretty wild. In years past, this has always been typically a 1.5 mile track for us. And we've done kind of like a battle royale style where the last quarter of the field after every stage gets eliminated. And that format was super cool. It'll come back next season for sure, but today we're going to kick it back to old school, North Wilkesboro, and a lot of fun times. So Daryl Young, 14th place. But here comes Devin Smacker. And there he goes. Around turn 1 and 2. It's loose out there. Definitely a tough battle, but look at this paint scheme, man. Dripdrops.io. Looking very, very clean. He gets to go back around and do one more lap. So he'll recover pretty well right there. But man, what a great, great race today we have on the slate. Again, big thanks to you folks for being here, obviously. Race day can't be successful without folks like you who tune in, obviously, and support the league, support the stream. So huge thanks for all of you. We're getting super close to 700 subs, which is very, very cool. So I appreciate that for you folks. We're going to hit it pretty soon. Hopefully by the end of May, I'd like to think. But we're going to get that hashtag 1000 here pretty soon. And it is coming. Smerker up to a P11, so he did sneak in a lap before then, so looks like he might stick to that. But all good. Qualifying is seemingly over. Everyone has come down, except I believe Brandon Bowie has not done a lap yet, as well as, actually that's it. So Bowie going to decide to stay in the back. Interesting call there. But Tim Robb, man, going to be your pole sitter today for the All-Star race. I can promise you that is a huge confidence boost for Tim Robb today. I said it in the grid in the pre-race for the All-Star Open. I said Tim Robb is my sleeper pick, and so far he's proven that call correct. So huge props to him. Let's get to the grid, folks. Tim Robb going to be your pole sitter. There's that dripdrops.io machine. Looking super good. I believe he'll have that for the remainder of the playoffs, which is very soon. That'll start next week in Nashville. Will be a lot of fun, as it always is. So right now, 16 drivers going to be vying for the All-Star race win. Looks like Miller might have snuck in there in 18th. He's not racing today. I think he joined the session to spot perhaps or whatnot, but all good. Brandon Davis will always pop in since he is the choose car, but all good. Here we go. Tim Robb is your pole sitter. What a fantastic job by him to get the pole. Super impressive. Frankie Barroso going to be rolling off in second place on the outside lane. Brandon Six rolls off third. There he is right there. A huge favorite today, Brandon Six. What can he do to win this race? Andrew Phipps in fourth. Blaze Crawford rolling off fifth place. Joseph Mealy going to be in P6. Nick Lights, the Ascent Rivals machine, in P7. Roger Pierce 8th. Michael Johnson in P9. Jamie Graham 10th place. Devin Smacker rolling off P11. Kenny Reel in 12th. Jackson Anderson right there in P13. Daryl Young in 14th. Josh Larson, there he is, your fan vote winner. P15. Then Brandon Bowie, there he is right there, season 3 champion, rolling off 16th place. And that will be the field today, folks. We're going to get the All-Star race here underway momentarily. It's 125 laps. It's basically a normal race. Nothing really changes, right? Pretty simple format. No stages, just a straight race. 100% fuel, 4 sets of tires over the wall. The only difference is on lap 75, we're going to throw a competition caution, and they will have a mandatory 4-tire stop at that point. Besides that, though, it is no holds barred. Gonna get this thing underway here. Tim Robb going to be your pole sitter. 16 drivers and 16 of our best for the ASRA going to try and go for it. A couple of drivers who did qualify: Mark Whitley, Matt Smith, former champions. They have that champion provisional. They get to get into the race for the All-Star race. Couldn't make it today, but great drivers. Definitely expect them to do well. Whitley obviously in the playoffs. Matt Smith, a former champion, so a lot going to go on for them, but a couple drivers couldn't make it. Looks like Matthew Fleming as well could not make it today. So a couple of our All-Stars couldn't quite make it today into today's race, but that is all good. North Wilkesboro's not for everybody, but it is for these drivers. Pace car comes in. We're going green here. This is the All-Star race. And oh no, Phipps already with a huge issue here on the restart. Blaze Crawford goes around. I'm not sure if Phipps had a bit of a moment there or had some kind of an incident, money shift or whatnot, but Blaze Crawford already in trouble. Man, you hate to see that, but that can happen. Tim Robb, though, up front in this All-Star race right now, lap number 2. Again, no cautions are planned except for the one on lap 75. Blaze Crawford, a driver who has won and has broken through this season at Pocono, I believe it was. So got that win and advanced himself into the All-Star race. But right now, man, just horrible luck so far. But in the playoffs, and that obviously is the big picture. Here's Phipps again right here, trying to recover. Nick Light's right next to him. So far, though, Tim Robb up front. Brandon 6 in P2. We know he's quick. Frankie Barroso in 3rd spot. A couple of fast drivers back here, too. And this is going to be a thing, right? It's 75 laps to get yourself to that first competition caution. So, man, what do? Do you just kind of go for it? Keep that track position? Or do you just hold on to the tires and use them at the end of the race? You never know. Brandon Bowie going to make his way through past Daryl Young right here. Going to be for 13th spot. Already on his way through. A good battle here for these drivers. Great job all the way around. Brandon 6. Who has some, looks like Anderson around here. Bowie as well. Into the wall. No yellow, though. There it is right there. Got pointed in the wrong direction. That's going to send him around right there. So Bowie goes around, but very, very minimal damage right there. Not going to be too hurt by that. Anderson, I believe, as well got involved. And don't see a lot of damage there either. So great news for them as far as no damage, but we'll go back a little bit, see if we can find out what might have happened there. Here's Anderson in the 83. Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Looks like nothing just yet. We'll wait it. Give it just a second here. Looks like it happens around the other corner here. Most likely going to get loose around turns 3 and 4. That happens a lot. We saw that in the open, obviously, a little bit ago. Oh, yeah, just hits the brakes or the gas a little bit too early. Bowie goes around, trying to avoid it in super minimal contact, so no harm, no foul there. Already in the back, but will get himself back going. Not bad so far. First caution of the All-Star race night. And right now, we'll take a quick break. Thank some sponsors. We'll come right back, folks. Stick around. All right, folks, welcome back to the All-Star Race here for the ASRA, brought to you by ASCENT Rivals. And right now, we're going to be at the choose car for the first time in tonight's race. This could be huge. These decides the high lane, the low lane. And here they go. We discussed it in the open, the choose car and how it works. Pretty cool stuff right here. So they will decide which way they want to go here, as they did And again, huge thanks to Harpoon Design for that car right there. Looking so good. Love that right there. Here we go. Going to go back green here. Again, no yellows scheduled until the competition caution at lap 75. That will be the only planned caution of today's race. There will be 3 green, white checkers if that were to happen. But right now, we are good to go. There we go. Pace car comes in. We're going back green here for North Wilkesboro in the All-Star race. Oh my word. 3 wide. Already. Frankie Barroso way up high right now. Taking the scenic route. And kind of making it work. Roger Pierce right there as well. Diving into turn 1. Keep in mind, turns 1 and 2 are downhill. The front stretch is downhill. This back stretch is uphill. Way different cornering entry for these right here. Frankie Barroso locking up the brakes. The front lefts. Got to be so careful to not do that. Getting the reel goes around a bit right here into the grass. No yellow, kept it straight. So no yellow on the circuit. We're staying green right here. And Brandon 6, as we saw that, got around Tim Robb. So he is now your leader. Tim Robb up to P2. Mealy, bit of a wiggle there. Almost lost it, but kept it going. Michael Johnson might find his way around right here. Very impressive run for these boys. A little further back, Nick Light's making his way through. Not a winner just yet in this season. I'll tell you what, though, that paint scheme right there is definitely a winner today. Ascent Rivals on the paint scheme and on the race as the sponsor. Big thanks to them. Andrew Phipps, the pole sitter from the open, up to P10 right now. Looking very strong. A couple of guys in the back as well. Blaze Crawford got that nose replaced, so back in the race for sure. Anderson and Josh Larson. Anderson got his way into the All-Star race by being the #1 contending driver for this season. So he is that #1 ranked driver for the contender playoffs. We'll talk more about that next week at Nashville. So far, so good. Up at the front, though, some movement. Nick Lights and Frankie Barroso. Getting it done right now. Roger Pierce trying the outside lane there. He mentioned it earlier. That can work out pretty well if you make it. The track temp is not too bad. Still a little hot right now. Jamie Graham got real loose right there on the backstretch, but kept it going. Good stuff. Michael Johnson making his move right now. Nick Light's going to give him the bumper a little bit. Jimmy Graham, oh, got around right there. Still green, though. Kept it going. Man, great job to keep that straight. No damage in the car, it looks like. Yeah, don't see a lot right there, so huge job right there, but that's what it can happen. Tough, tough racing on this short 5/8 of a mile. Light's making his move down low here. Michael Johnson up high. Johnson's lane gets a great run on corner exit, not necessarily on corner entry, but they kind of even out. Low line's got a lot of grip, especially right now, and we're seeing it work out pretty well. Devin Schmecker up to P8 right now, trying to battle Frankie Barroso. That drip drops machine looking very, very smooth today. Man, love that paint scheme. Just so clean, right? Looks really, really good. Great bunch of drivers here. Roger Pierce still making the outside lane work on lap number 25. Stick it right on board real quick. Michael Johnson, here's a great angle to show you kind of what he's dealing with in the car. Again, turn 1, you can really kind of dive it in pretty hard. Take a sharp corner right there. You kind of diamond the corners. You start out wide, kind of a late apex into 2. And then right here, really wrap that apron. Get back on throttle late because it is pretty loose right there. That's a lap right there around North Wilkesboro. It's a fun track for sure. Brandon 6, though, still up front, looking very, very strong, as we expected him to be. Tim Robb, a super impressive performance here in P2. Got the pole today and advanced his way into the race from the Stage 2 win. And Mealy right there as well. So all kinds of different teams in this top 3. Very cool stuff to see. Kenny Reel making a great recovery here up to P15, as well as Jimmy Graham, both spinning out. So we'll definitely need that caution, or at a minimum, that competition caution coming out at lap 75. So only a 125 lap race, folks. This is pretty quick. And they are getting down to it right now. Such a good race so far. 1 caution only thus far. That's going to happen, though, at a short track like this. And right now we're seeing these boys put in the work. Brandon Booley, we're going to watch this too because he is on the move. He decided to start early in the race, or lower in the race. He didn't qualify. Right now up to P12. Interesting call here to see why he did that, but might just want a challenge, and sometimes that's not a bad thing. Tim Robb still finding his groove. Lost some time right here. 0.6 back, but he is catching a little bit. Yeah, you can see the front end of that car catching 6 a little bit. Robb's line looks pretty clean right now. Doing what he can, obviously, to catch Brandon 6, but the race is still early, obviously. Have a long way to go. Close battle here. Brewing, Devin Sreck are going to try and catch up to Roger Pierce. And we're seeing different lines, obviously, all around the track. Pretty cool stuff right here. Next week, folks, this is a great reminder here. This America's Navy machine for Roger Pierce. Really cool paint scheme. He's actually a veteran amongst these drivers. Served in the Navy for a bit. So next week at Nashville Super Speedway, we're going to be honoring our past and present military heroes who served for us. Next week in Nashville, we'll do some pre-race activities and do like a dedication lap for those who have served or are serving. That'll be a lot of fun. Also, will be our first playoff race at Nashville Super Speedway, so that'll be a lot of fun. And the competition's going to get pretty wild at that track. So stick around for that next Tuesday at 9 p.m. But right now, this All-Star race, we've got to figure out. Field's pretty well thin right now, which, hey, that'll happen. A lot of these guys might have to, again, hold on to the tires, right? It's so, you want to kind of get to the front. You want to, make sure you keep that track position, right? But it's so important to hold on to those tires. On lap 75, you have to take 4 tires, right? That's the rule today. That's the one rule. Mandatory 4-tire stop. And so you've got 75 laps to play with. Tim Robb is catching. We're seeing this right now. Brandon 6 taking a look out. Tim Robb is there. Super impressive run. Mealy as well. If these two don't play nice, Mealy will catch up. Robb taking a bit of a different lane right here. As you can see, kind of goes into turn 3 similarly. And comes out the same way, but turns 1 and 2 is really, I feel like, where Robb makes up the difference. Kind of goes in a little higher. Takes more of an apex in turns 2. Didn't really do it right there, of course, but... But what a great job here for these two. We knew Brandon 6 would be strong, right? He's the Season 5 champion. He came in this season as a part-time driver. And very, very strong, obviously, everywhere he goes. So a great job there. But Tim Robb, this is a huge win for him, right? And I talked about it earlier, but this is massive to get yourself into, you know, that kind of motivated zone, right? He's so quick today, and he's showing that. And I think this will be huge to get his confidence higher a little bit and to know that he can compete with the big boys because he is one of those big boys, right? So pretty cool stuff. Mealy doing well as well in the Open, was the All-Star Open winner. He's going to try and go back-to-back here. Go for the Open win and for the overall race win. And right now with the P3, very, very strong. P3 today in the race doesn't pay anything, but definitely a good finish will help for sure. We've seen this before where the All-Star race, right, in seasons past, it might not necessarily mean a whole lot, right? Because it's just an exhibition race. It doesn't really pay, millions of dollars or whatnot, right? It's not a huge race in that regard, but it can be a massive confidence boost heading into the playoffs. And that's why we do it where we do it. So far, a great battle right here. Brewing up. Nick Lights gets around. This is for P4. Michael Johnson as well. Gets around Roger Pierce. Still there. All three different lanes you just saw entering turn 1 and 2. Pretty cool stuff all around right here. Devin Smucker trying to catch up as well. This battle for about 4th through 7th is really heating up. This is great stuff. Almost on lap 50. So 26 really laps to go until we throw out that competition caution. So far, so good, though. Smucker, ooh, a little glove tap right there to the back of Roger Pierce. We're going to start seeing that, right? Impatience is going to grow. Smucker wants to get around these guys. He has to get to the front because we know at lap 75, 25 laps from now, everyone will come down pit road and get those 4 tires. The mandatory 4-tire stop. If we didn't do that, I promise you, some people would take 2 tires and then go to the end, but we're not doing that. We're doing the 4, and then off we go. Track position is so huge today. That's why we do it. Michael Johnson working his way up to P5 right now. Nick Lights in 4th. This battle, though, for P1 is still there. Tim Robb is holding on to that 2nd spot. I've got a feeling, though, and we've seen this before, Brandon 6, he's one of those guys that if he can dominate a race, he'll do it, right? But I feel like a race like this, I forget who said it, right? But to win a race, you sometimes just have to be slow enough to not get passed by 2nd place, right? And I think this is one of those scenarios. He's not necessarily, burning off the rubber and trying to pull off, right? And make a 2, 3, 4 second lead. I think he's just staying ahead of Tim Robb enough to not burn his stuff up and to maintain that gap. I could be completely wrong, but that could be part of it. Either way, Tim Robb is looking extremely impressive. Jamie Graham comes down right here. Early pit stop. I'm not sure what this is. Comes down pit road, though. He was in 16th spot. Could be an early pit stop. I see some damage there in the right front. Not sure what that is, but man, unfortunate there for him. But taking tires, not too bad. So Tim Robb in P2, Mealy in 3rd spot, still kind of maintaining that. Hasn't really moved or fallen back, so really consistent for sure. Nick Lights in P4, Michael Johnson in P5. Roger Pierce in 6th, Devin Smucker right now in P7. Near pole sitter, there he is, Andrew Phipps. From the All-Star Open, right now currently in 8th spot. And again, a lot of these guys are just excited. Even Phipps, he just had that kind of excitement in his voice that, hey, I'm in the All-Star race. That's pretty sweet. You know, he was just excited to be there. And getting that pole got it done for him. So pretty cool stuff. A couple of drivers here who I expected to be up front. I'm not going to lie. Frankie Broso and Brandon Bowie. Bowie right now, obviously season 3 champion. Knows how to get the job done. But up to P10 right now. So not really, you know, moving up. Not really, you know, getting a whole lot done here. But again, still a long way to go. 15 laps until that competition caution. Frankie Barroso, admittedly, is not great at these tracks. But hey, this is good practice and take the rust off a bit before we go playoff racing in just a week. Blaze Crawford right here. Bit of a checkup on the opening restart. Phipps, I believe it was. Kind of money shifted, unfortunately, and got involved with Blaze Crawford. He's in P11 right now. Not too bad, but has to still fight through. And that competition caution might, in fact, save him in just a few laps. We'll find out. Daryl Young in that beast mode machine. He joined us in the booth earlier for the All-Star Open. Big thanks to him again for that. And a super good-looking paint scheme. Again, huge thanks to Harpoon Design for getting that done. Always looking good in the car. Very impressive work right there. Jackson Anderson. There he is in 13th. Not a great run for him so far, but again, got in because he is the #1 contending playoff driver. The contender playoffs. Good job so far. Kenny Reel. Got into the grass earlier. Couldn't quite recover so far, but man, I love this paint scheme. That looks so clean. Got the concrete on the back of it, I believe it's called. Man, super good job right there. And again, that caution coming up might be what it takes to get himself back up. Same thing with Larson, right? In the 51, the fan vote winner, as voted on by you in the chat, right now in 15th spot, needs to get himself in a better spot. So not too bad right here. Right behind, though, is Brandon Six. And he's opened up the gap a little bit by about half a second. Tim Robb still right there as well. Not a bad job. 10 laps to go here. Some battle right here. Roger Pierce and Michael Johnson still. These guys are going at it looking pretty strong. Roger just got passed by Johnson. They've been kind of flip-flopping here for a bit. Awesome job so far. Lap number 67, Brandon Six. Again, still up front. Tim Robb in P2. Pretty impressive so far. Brandon Six is having a Joey Logano kind of night, right? Where, man, Logano looked so strong in the All-Star race in the real world and just could not get past. And right now, he's looking to do just that. That track position, I'll tell you what, in the clean air, does so much. And very impressive run. Tim Robb, again, super impressed. Millie in 3rd place. Nick Letts in P4, and then Michael Johnson, here he is in P5. For the most part, though, pretty well straightforward here. Everyone kind of all by themselves. No one racing thus far, but that'll all change here in just a minute as we get to that competition caution in just under 4 laps. Jackson Anderson trying to get around Daryl Young here. This is going to be for P12. Pretty good battle so far. Very, very impressive run. Brandon Six is your leaders, lap 72. Coming around in about 3 laps here. And this will be for the competition caution. This isn't a normal stage, right? There's no points awarded here. There's no nothing. This is just 75 laps, competition caution. They have to come down, take the 4 tires, and then off we go. We're going to get that restart. So, should be a lot of fun. And typically, they'll throw that at about... My apologies. Yeah, they'll take the competition caution here. Race control will throw it out, probably like they do for a stage, and here we come. Brandon 6. There it is. There's the yellow. And there is the competition caution being thrown out. And this will reset the field, obviously. This pit stop is competitive, meaning you can lose pit stops or positions on this pit stop. So this is kind of the money stop right here. You have to take 4 tires. Once they catch that pace car, we're going to walk you through it. This is the field right now as they sit. 6, Rob, Mealy, Lights, and Johnson. Your top 5. Pierce, Phipps, Smecker, Barroso, and Bowie round out the top 10. So a very good run so far. Here we go. Competition caution on lap 75. Everyone comes down. You have to take 4 tires or you will be parked. That is the rule. Cannot mess this up. You can gain and lose a lot of time here in a lot of positions. Let's see how this operates. Lap down cars will also have to come down pit road as well. Here they come. Tim Robb has the advantage of that number 1 pit stall. Can he use it? Will that work for him? And doesn't. Brandon 6 still gets through. Everyone else as well taking their tires. Blaze Crawford gets to fix some damage, obviously, on that car. Not too bad over there, but Brandon 6 will be the leader here as we hit the competition caution. P2 will be Tim Robb, Nick Lights in 3rd spot, Michael Johnson P4, and Roger Pierce in P5. The big loser, unfortunately, right there is going to be Joseph Mealy. Not sure what happened there on the pit stop, but he was 3rd spot and now down to 9th. Unfortunate right there. Not sure what happened under the pit stop. A couple drivers gained some spots here. Frankie Rosa moves up a spot. Brandon Bowie lost a spot, but sometimes that can happen, right? And now we're going to catch Kenny Reel, Blaze Crawford. Again, lap down drivers still can make their way to the front. More cautions. Lucky Dogs are still enabled. But 4 tires. Fuel is optional, but the tires are definitely mandatory. And there they go. So far, so good, folks. Race will end on lap 125. There's nothing else scheduled. So this, at this point, is just a normal race, right? So we'll go back green here at about, I don't know, lap, next lap. So lap 81. Have 45 laps to go, just about, to end this race. Who will it be to win the All-Star race today? Will it be Brandon 6, who's been dominating the entire thing? Will it be Tim Robb for a huge win, his first win of the season? Or will it be somebody else right behind them who, man, they want to get in that win column, right? Michael Johnson, Nick Lights. We're going to find out here momentarily. Here it comes. Pace car going to turn off right here. We're going back green. Here we go. Green flag back in the air for the All-Star race. Tim Robb now has to do what he can to keep himself in that front spot, but they're going to be super aggressive. Nick Lights makes the move there on the inside. Frankie Rosso locks him up way up high right there, but maintains it. Nick Lights, we know what kind of driver he is. He's going to try and get to the front as quick as possible. Oh, Oh, Joseph Mealy, I believe, hard into the wall. Yes, he is. Huge damage there. We stay green for now. A couple of more drivers in the back of the field. Still pretty chaotic. Daryl Young going to go 3 wide here. Josh Larson now going to force the issue. Ooh, Young squeezes it through. Locked the brakes up. Had to hold on to it. Oh, and different Schrecker goes around. That'll bring on a caution here for the 3rd time. Man, unfortunately, a couple of Murphy Esport drivers have had pretty bad luck in that last couple laps. We'll take a look back if we can real fast and take a look and see if we can figure out the Schrecker right here entering turn 1. Oh, just super loose, hits the apron a bit and goes around. Keeps it going though, not a bad job. Not really any damage as well, so pretty strong. And if you're asking yourself at home, hey, why did the caution come out for Schrecker but not for Mealy? Well, the answer is pretty simple, because iRacing, unfortunately, at the end of the day, right, is a program, and what they do is, if a car spins out, off the racing surface, which in this case is the grass, they won't throw the yellow for that typically, because it is off the surface. If somebody spins out on the track itself, the racing surface, that usually triggers that yellow flag. So sometimes it's luck of the draw, and but that ultimately is what decides it. So that right there obviously brought out the yellow for the 3rd time. Brandon's 6-year leader, Nick Light's going to be in P2. A lot of guys come down pit road, and this is perfectly fine. They had to pit on lap 75 for the 4th tires, but now they can do whatever they want. If that means fixing some damage, leaving right side tires, whatever it means for them, that's what they're going to do. But Joseph Mealy going to come down pit road once more. Hit the wall pretty hard there. I'll try and see if we can find the moment where he hits the wall. I believe this might be able to show it real quick. We'll take a look. This should show it right here. It happens on the outside of turn 2. Yeah, just overcorrects and into the wall right there for the All Things Go podcast. Ford Mustang. Dark Horse, excuse me. So, yeah, tough break for Mealy there, but kind of like his teammate Smirker, just got loose on exit. And that'll be it, at least for now. So, tough break. Blaze Crawford, Daryl Young, right now on pit road. And here we go, lap 88. Pace car has the yellow lights on. We're going to go back green here in just a second. There we go. So lap 90, we're going to go back green here. 35 laps remaining. And this race is going by pretty quick. I'm being told on the Kenny Reel machine, it's actually called Elephant Skin. So there we go. Now you know. Elephant Skin right there, the gray in between that red. Love to hear that. Also, love to hear the pace car turning left. There we go. Green flag back in the air for North Wilkesboro. The All-Star race. Man, we tried. Every single time we try and bring the noise, the yellow comes out. When that happens, folks, I tried to sneak it in there without saying we're going to go to bring the noise, but unfortunately, the yellow flag has come out. Mealy again, it looks like. We'll go back once more and take a look. Oh, it was actually, looks like Larson. Larson might have had a bit of a shifting issue. We'll try to go back to the market. There he is, that 51. A little loose in 3 and 4. We'll try and see what happens here. Oh, got loose and tried to save it. Unfortunately, Mealy was the victim there. As well as, oh, Daryl tried to sneak through and did, but yeah, man, bad news for Mealy, unfortunately, again. All-Star Open winner. That got him into the race, but man, unfortunately, the luck has not done him justice so far. We'll take a quick break, folks. We are in the ASRA All-Star race presented by ASCENT Rivals. We'll come back in a moment. Thanks some sponsors, folks.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Vegas pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Alrighty, here we go, folks. Lap 97. We're going to go back green on. And this will be getting closer and closer to the end of the All-Star race here. Lots of drivers trying to go for this race win. They would mean a lot to them, right? Brandon 6, we know he's so fast, but Nick Lights, Michael Johnson, Roger Pierce right there in 3rd spot. Here we go, pace car makes that left-hand turn, green flag back out. Will we see some more chaos? We're gonna find out right here. 3 wide in the back. Look at this, Nick Lights on the outside lane, trying to make a move around Brandon 6. Looking good, can't quite hold on to it. Can he get a run on the outside? 3 wide in the back here. Anderson gonna push it 3 wide, Frankie in the middle. Nick Lights, though, clears Brandon 6. What a move right there for the Ascent Rivals machine. And Michael Johnson is right there on the outside lane as well. Brandon 6 not having a great restart right here. Getting past a little bit on the outside lane. Can he reel way up high? And Anderson goes around here as well. That'll bring out our 5th caution of the night. Anderson on the exit of turn 2 goes around. And Nick Lights right now will be the leader under yellow with 25 laps to go here for the All-Star race. Let's go back if we can. Anderson, yeah, already about 3 wide right there. We'll go back a little further. I mean, yeah, just 3 wide right here. Gets tagged by Blaze. And that's going to be it, unfortunately. That's just tough racing right there, right? 3 wide. All kinds of stuff going on. That can definitely happen. Going to come down pit road for those 2. But that shakes things up quite a bit, right? This is a track where you need to have the track position. And Brandon 6 just didn't have it right there, unfortunately. Nick Lights was really aggressive. And that let Roger Pierce and Michael Johnson go through as well. So this has shaken up things quite a bit. Tim Robb, who wasn't P2 for majority of the race, now down to P7. So ever since that competition caution, things have shaken up quite a bit. Choose car though will come back around in just a lap. We'll get this thing back underway. 24 laps to go. So far, a very fun night, folks. Really big thanks to you for being here, obviously. Supporting the league and race day. We've got about, 24 laps to go. Maybe about 21 when we go back green. There are 3 green-white checkered finishes. So that could be interesting if that were to play a role. And it could, right? That could definitely happen today for sure. But what a fun race so far. Here we go. Choose car is happening. And there we go. This is key, right? Low lane, high lane. Which lane do you pick? There he is, Brentley Roden in the chat from Harpoon Design. So damn cute in the chat. Hey, we love having you guys as a partner. We're going to continue to kick ass on race day and in ASRA, but right now we have a race to decide. Speaking of kick ass, here we go. Green flag back out for the All-Star race. Diving down in right here, Nick Lights has not won a race this season, but I'll tell you what. Oh, Lordy, in the back of the field, Jamie Graham and Daryl Young got together right there. They keep it going straight. Great job, but Nick Lights up at the front is going to get chaotic in the back of the field here. Yellow flag, though. Something's going on. Daryl Young, holy Jesus. He somehow flips it at North Wilkesboro. What happened to Daryl Young? I don't know what else to do except laugh. What happened? We'll go back real fast and see what actually happened here. We just saw contact with him and Joseph Mealy. Oh, gee, what? What the heck? Have you ever? Let's go back real quick. I'm going to need to see multiple angles of this. This is hilarious. Here he is, Daryl Young, going to come out here. Gets loose. Hits the... Oh my... Good heavens. And that'll be it. I mean... Oh my word. Let's get an onboard camera or something. Let's take a look. Takes a wide angle here. Gets loose, I believe, in the middle of the corner. He does. Tries to recover. Oh, man. And then Mealy comes under him and sends him. Oh, my word. I have never seen that on a short track like this. And Daryl Young, unfortunately, getting some airtime in North Wilkesboro. Man, he went beast mode for sure. That was pretty funny. Let's get one more angle of Joseph Mealy. Let's take a look at what Mealy sees here in his camera view. Oh, man. That is classic. That's going to go in the season highlight reel for sure. Here, actually, we have Daryl. We have Daryl Young here. Here he is from the Infield Care Center. Let's bring him in. Daryl Young from the Infield Care Center, man. How's it going? How do you feel after that contact?
Oh, Steve, I'm on pain meds right now already, and that was a shot. Yeah, oof. That's all I gotta say, man.
I mean, that was a hard hit. It looks like you got loose there. You got at least 7 inches of airtime, man. How'd it go for you in the cockpit?
Yeah, I think I got 7 feet of airtime. Man, I don't know. My steering was all messed up from a previous wreck, and yeah, oof. And I tried to save it there, and I was trying just to pull it down into the pits. And yeah, I didn't make it, as you can tell, but I'm pretty beat up right now. I'm bleeding and everything, dude.
All right, man. Hey, we'll go and recover, man. We'll see you next week, we hope. Have a good, speedy recovery.
Thank you, Alavante.
Oh, my word. Everything happens. I love it. Dale Young, the first to say he can flip a car at North Wilkesboro. Oh, my word. That was hilarious. Well, either way, we still have a race to decide with 13 laps to go here. We're going to find out who wins this race here momentarily. A couple of drivers sneaking their way through. Look at this. Roger Pierce up to that front row. Brandon Bowie. He's lurking. Here we go. Green flag back out. The advantage Nick Lights has right there in that #1 spot is massive because he gets such a great run. If this thing has multiple cautions, that P1 spot will be a huge advantage. Oh, Brandon 6. Uh-oh. Super loose right there on exit. Keeps it going. Nick Lights, though, oh, man, Josh Larson goes around. Couple more guys. Brandon 6 loses it. Oh, no, and Tim Robb as well. Couple of big-time favorites here. Having some huge issues. Brandon 6, Tim Robb, who actually stopped right before it. Man, oh man, tried to do what he can there. I believe avoided the wreck, which is really good for him, but let's take a look back. I believe it started off with Brandon 6 potentially. Oh yeah, 6 got kind of loose there, and Rob kind of finished him off. That's a tough break for those two. Obviously had a great race so far. Did all the right things. I believe actually Josh Larson had a moment there as well. We'll take a look back at that. Oh yeah, not too bad, but then yeah, Tim Robb got together, somehow got lucky and not wasn't collected in that as well, but that's going to be it right there. Tough break for those two. Brandon 6 going to come down pit road again, maybe to fix the damage or maybe to just say, screw it. We'll see, but these two coming down pit road, they can take 4 tires, they can fix damage, they can take 2, whatever it is. Either way, we're 10 laps to go. Nick Lights right now is your leader. How perfect is this, right? The Ascent Rivals machine. Look at that paint scheme looking so good. Go and check them out. Ascent Rivals on Steam. Available soon. Going to be a lot of fun. Very, very fun game. Going to be pretty cool to see. So, going to be getting it myself. You should too. And, man, looking pretty good tonight. P1, again, he won multiple races last season. That's how he got into today's race, how he qualified in. But hasn't really found the winner circle yet in Season 6 right now. So he's been knocking on the door, has gotten super close. But the competition this season has just been really, really intense. And Nick is going to get that for sure. It might even happen tonight, right here in North Wilkesboro for the All-Star race. Might not mean a whole lot, right? But will definitely be a W for sure. So a great run so far for him. Right now we are at the choose rule. And there it is. Sun starting to set a little bit. We're not going to end under night conditions, but it will start to get dark. Grip levels are rising, which is nice. More cloud coverage. Cooler temps means more favorable conditions for racing hard. But here we go. Going to be 6 laps to go here. Once we go back green, if we can't end this race normally, which, I mean, who knows at this point, right? We will have 3 green-white checkers, as we normally do. And that will decide the race. We'll talk about that more if that situation arises. But here we go. Nick Lights, Michael Johnson, your front row. Here we go. Great run so far. We're seeing Nick Lights on the outside lane, but Michael Johnson looks pretty strong right here down low. Lots of guys trying to sneak their way in. Johnson got super loose right there. Oh no, really broke hard right there. And that's gonna be it for those boys. Oh man, tough situation. I think Mike tried to get his braking zone a bit tighter, but just completely locked up the rear end of the car and sent it around. That's unfortunate. Also tagged in Roger Pierce as well. That's going to be it for Pierce, most likely. Looks like he might just call it a night. Super unfortunate. Looks so good today, but sometimes that can happen, folks. Let's go back and take a look at what actually happened there. Yeah, Johnson kind of just did what Smecker did earlier. Hit the kind of flat part of the apron right there, lower part of the track by the grass, and just couldn't hold on to it. And around he went. Tough break for him and for Pierce, obviously. But man, that can happen, right? Tough racing at a short track. And right now, we're 3 laps to go. This should bring out our first green-white checker. We'll get confirmation from that in just a second, but that might be our first green-white checker. We'll walk you through the process, how that works. So it is. This will be the first official one. So we get 3 of them. How this works is we're going to try and go green one more time. We'll have basically a 2-lap shootout, right? So if we go green, perfect. The race will take, the leader will take the white flag, followed by the white flag, followed by the checkered flag. If we get a caution before the leader takes the white flag, we'll try again. One more green-white checker. We'll try that 3 times. If on the 3rd time the caution comes out once more, the race will end under yellow at the moment of caution. That'll be the deciding positions as they sit. The field will freeze. They'll still have to come around once more to take the checkered under yellow, but that'll be it for the race. But we're going to try and end this thing under green flag conditions. Right now, we're going to see the choose car, perhaps for the last time tonight. And there they go. So in a situation like this, Nick Lights has a huge advantage because he is in that first spot. He gets to have that jump in the restart zone. Can't fire off after it or before it, really. You can't have an early start, so we'll see how that works. But a couple of hungry sharks right behind him. Look at this. Brandon Bowie back from starting all the way in the back of the field. Jackson Anderson looking to get his first win of any kind, as well as Kenny Reel. Can they do it here right now in the All-Star race? We're going to find out. Here we go. Brandon Bowie, Nick Lights. Green we go. The first green-white checkered flag attempt. Hey, Nick Lights, huge issue right here. Not sure what happened there, but lost it. This might bring out a caution. And it does. Oh my word. What happened there to Nick Lights? Oh no, had the win potentially in his hands, but lost it. That was a huge pileup. We'll try and get a good angle here, but Nick Lights, oh my word. We got to go back quite a bit here to really find out what happened. Here we go. We'll get that chopper view here. This is under pacing conditions. We're going to go green here. We'll show you how this restarted and what actually went down. We'll give it just a second. We want to show you the entire situation here, but that's our first attempt at the green-white checkered attempt. We're going to get 2 more to try and decide this thing. If this is a replay right here, we'll show you what actually went down, what happened to Nick Lights here. So Nick Lights on the restart. Anderson had a pretty bad start right there behind Lights. Yeah, Nick Lights just, it looks like he kind of money shifted, just missed the shift. Got hit from behind by Anderson, obviously, and Crawford, Barroso, Larson got involved there. 6 looks like he's trying to get through it the best he can, but tags his teammate Frankie. And man, what a huge wreck right here. Takes out some good drivers, obviously, and that can happen. And it did happen. So at the end of the day, look who gets to have that P1 spot. Brandon Bowie, the Season 3 champion, started today's race dead last in 16th. I'm guessing by choice, or maybe he didn't have enough practice. Who knows? Either way, he finds himself in that number 1 spot. Gonna get 2 attempts to see if he can get this thing going, see if he can win the race. But look at who's behind him. Kenny Reel. His teammate has never won a race before, in this series at least. And he's actually, I mean, he's right there, right? He advanced into the All-Star race today. By being the Contender Series champion last season, Season 5. So he was the Season 5 Contender Playoff champion. That's how he's in this race. Jackson Anderson is this season's number 1 contender driver, which means he's going to start off in the Contender Playoffs next week in that number 1 ranked spot. So he got to be in today's race. So this is quite the shakeup, right? Kenny Reel, P2, Jackson Anderson, 3rd spot. As we hit the choose car right now. Blaze Crawford had a huge issue on the opening restart with Andrew Phipps, had some damage, and now has climbed up to P4. We know he can be aggressive, so we'll see how we can handle that right now, trying to get the All-Star win. Joseph Mealy as well, beaten and banged around, inside the wall, outside the wall, all kinds of stuff. Sent Daryl Young flying into the air in turn 4. And right now he sits P5, so a pretty good effort with a pretty beat up car. We're going to get 2 more attempts at the green-white checkered flag. We had 1. This is going to be 2. If we get the white flag, it'll land under green conditions. If we get a yellow before the white flag, we'll do it 1 more final time. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Brandon Bowie and Kenny Reel up in the front. Kenny Reel going to get a move right here. Has the preferred lane. Can he clear his teammate, Brandon Bowie? Crawford sends it 3 wide right here. Has a lane, but not quite. We're 3 wide for the lead here in North Wilkesboro. The white flag is out, and we're 3 wide. Kenny Reel, can he steal it away? Blaze Crawford, he blows the corner. Blaze is right there, takes advantage of it. Going to get 1 more shot. Who will get it? Kenny Reel not going to get to him. Blaze Crawford is going to steal this win away and is your All-Star race winner today from North Wilkesboro. Unbelievable job here for Blaze Crawford to get that win. We'll watch the replay once more in just a second of that white flag. But Blaze Crawford gets the job done. A huge win today for Flagship Motorsports and for that 12 machine. there he is. What an impressive effort. From wreckers to checkers today for Blaze Crawford, man. Lap number 1 had bad luck involving Andrew Phipps, but battled all the way at the end and got the job done. Awesome stuff for Blaze Crawford, your winner for the All-Star race today. Brandon Bowie in P2, Brandon 6 in P3, Smecker rolling off in P4, Anderson in P5. Great job for those two, or all 5 really, but Blaze Crawford is the big winner today for North Wilkesboro. There he is. We'll come right back, folks. We'll go and thank a few partners. Join us for the top 3 interviews. We'll come right back. Here he is. Blaze Crawford is your winner today for the ASRA All-Star Race presented by ASCENT Rivals. Soon to be available on Steam. Go and check them out. Right now, we're going to bring in your winner. Normally we go 3, 2, 1, but today's special. We're going to go right to number 1 in Blaze Crawford. Where is he at? Here he is, the man of the hour, that number 12, Blaze Crawford. Unbelievable run there to get yourself the All-Star Race win today. Man, like lap number 1, unfortunate issue with you and Andrew Phipps getting together. Not sure if he had a money shift or whatnot, but went from wreckers to checkers, man. Had a great day. How did you do it right there? 3 wide at the line for the white flag, and you walked away with the win, man. How's it feel?
Oh, man, it's kind of amazing. I can't believe it. Really, yeah, lap 1 incident where I guess that guy spun his tires or something. And yeah, my car was junked. I had no front end, and I was like, oh well, this is gonna be a rough one, and kind of rode around for the first 75 laps, and then kind of got myself on a tire advantage there towards the end of the race to kind of move some spots up through the field, and somehow got it on the last lap. I quite literally can't believe it, but I guess you only got to lead 1 lap to win these things, and just got to be the most important one.
Yes, sir. Low-key, I kind of wish the end of the race was that white flag lap, because you 3, as we just saw right now on the screen, man, you were all 3 wide. You and Kenny Reel were like neck and neck right there with the white flag. But I mean, turns 1 and 2, it looks like Kenny might have kind of blown the corner a bit, pushed himself up a little high. You know, Bowie kind of got pushed up as well, and that was kind of free for you. Kenny, I thought maybe would have given you a shot right here as we're seeing it in turns 3. Decided not to do that. So respect there, but man, you walked out with the win. Huge win today, man. Awesome job. Obviously, you already have the win too. That got you into today's race, and the All-Star Race win. Pretty sweet stuff. So give us a shout out, man, to your sponsors, your team, your friends and family. Who you got?
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to say, I think at the end of that race, I was really just underdriving the car and figured out that if you just kind of wrapped bottom real low and just underdrove the car, it was actually really fast. And kind of threw it in there and didn't overdrive like Kenny and them did, and it quite literally just kind of gave me enough of a gap to the 3 where you couldn't really get to me. So that was kind of what I was kind of planning on there, and it was a real close run at the line. I didn't even think we were 3 wide, so we kind of doored, and that's why we all hit each other. But I gotta shout out my family for watching. They always watch, so shout out to them. Shout out to the main man, Jackson Walker, for watching the race. I own Max Brady. Didn't even show up tonight, so
Jeez.
I own that fraud. But big win for Flag Motors. We're going into the playoffs. Wheels America, all the guys back in the shop from Flag Motors. we're gonna put on a show for this playoffs, and we're ready to roll.
Yes, sir, man. Real quick, talk to us before you leave about Nashville Super Speedway. How do you like the track? How do you think you'll do next week in your debut for the playoffs?
Well, as long as I beat Max Brady, that's all that matters to me. I can finish 28th. If he finishes 29th, that's all that matters to me. But when I ran contender the last couple of years, it's been a track that I didn't really feel like I was that good at. But then going to open setup racing, obviously with the contender series being open setups, I've kind of figured out a way to drive the track and keep my momentum up and keep my speed up. And I'm actually what I thought would have been my weaker track a few years ago is probably one of my best tracks. So as long as I can qualify good, not get involved in something early, like I did tonight, I really think I can go out there and put on a show and put in victory lane. So definitely looking forward to that race to maybe lock myself into the next round, just with my knowledge and experience of that track for sure.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, very impressive today. Congrats again, and just an awesome run for you. So we'll see you next week, man. Go and celebrate.
I appreciate you guys. Have a good one, man.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, there he is, Blaze Crawford, your winner today for the All-Star race for the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series, and today presented by ASCENT Rivals. Available soon on Steam. Go and check them out, folks. Very, very cool game, up and coming. Right now, though, that is going to be it. The winner today, Blaze Crawford. Normally we talk to the top three, but I think today we're going to stick to just the winner. Everyone else, I'm sure, is down and out and upset about how the race ended. But that can happen. Exhibition races, obviously, and they can be a lot of fun. But North Wilkesboro was nice to us. Maybe, I don't know, maybe next season we put it on the schedule for a real race. Who knows? A lot of fun today, though. Big thanks to you folks for being here, supporting the channel, supporting the league. We can't do this kind of thing without you. So if you can hit that like button, subscribe button, we're getting super close to 700 subs, and we're going to hit that pretty soon. So big thanks to you. Join us next Tuesday for the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series playoffs, starting in Nashville Super Speedway. That'll be the first of 5 races in the playoffs. Going to be a lot of fun to decide how this season ends. Thursday will be in Charlotte, actually, for the Extreme Graphics Next Gen Series on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. A great league, another great Next Gen league, so be there for that. But tonight, folks, have a great night. Big thanks to all of you. Take care and have fun.